This is the late night interview with Raymundo De Mysterio. We will be talking again to the insider. He's here. Yahoo! Now, let's get after it. No. Let me talk first before the insider takes over and just whine about everything. So we will be talking to him about his experience, about his vivid dreams, about flying on the sky, going to meet up with some lady, sexy lady, without a face, in some type of ancient castle. Okay? I don't know where, I don't know how is this possible, but anyway, here we go, the insider. Now, let's get after it. That was... I can't believe this, but it's been a while, so, okay. Anyway, thank you for having me back. It's been, quite some time. We have the coronavirus going on, the quarantine, and a lot of other things. But there's always something behind those things. Same thing with the coronavirus. It's not what it seems. But we will talk about that in a different episode. Anyway, I was a teenager when this experience happened. I was actually was doing some crystal meth with some bad friends of mine that I basically no longer see. I hope they're okay, but this was a long time ago. And I was in the room. My family. I live with my parents, and it was about like between, I think, 2 o'clock in the morning or 3, but around that time frame. And I have to go to work the next following day. But anyway, I was in the room. It was dark. I was basically sitting down in the middle of the floor, and I was meditating. At the same time, I was listening to this band called Enigma. Their first CD, I think it was the second song, Mea Culpa. I think that's the name of the song. Anyway, I was meditating, and for some reason my mind started taking me somewhere else. And the crazy thing is that I started like flying, just like Superman. So I was flying, not in a in a fast way, but I was flying, and I see clouds on all directions, I guess. And I basically see the geese, forming in V shape, and headed the same direction where I was heading. But they're more like faster than how I was flying in the sky. And I look down, I see rivers, or maybe a man-made lake. And I see houses, but mostly forests and water going in zigzag. And then I look up, and all of a sudden, I don't know, I saw a castle. No, but before I saw the castle, I've seen like large clouds, and there's something in them. There's like, not a castle type, some type of like a house or something. like houses in giant clouds. I mean, and regular clouds, you can't really put anything in it because they're just like smokes. And but in the ancient time, you can actually see like castles in the clouds, just like you hear from the stories. And yeah, that's basically what I saw when I was floating. So getting back to the castle, right? So I was flying in the sky, and I saw the castle to my left side, and I'm not sure, I can't remember how many windows, but there was windows, but most of them are basically closed. And there was one that was open on the very top. I don't know why I was headed to that specific window that was specifically open for me to go inside. So I don't control myself when I was flying in the sky or basically floating. And I do not know if I passed the castle and I turned around, but I think I went straight up all the way to that one window that was open at the top. And when I didn't go inside the window right away. I kind of like, half of my body is like inside, and then the other half is like hanging there, and two of my hands are basically holding the frame of the window, like you're trying to get in. And what happened next was I looked inside, and what I saw was a large, like an empty room, and there's another door facing right. It's just one of those large doors. But since it's a castle, so basically it was made of stone. And this empty room, there's this large table that was made of stone. There's nothing in it. There's nothing on top of the table. It's just like a large freaking table, and it's made of stone, and basically it was close to the window. Not so close, but it's like near a window. And okay, so for some reason there are monks that went in there, like went inside the room, and I do not remember if they were holding torches, like fires, and or the room has fires already, just like one of those medieval times, like they have like this torch like on the wall, tilted out. This way the wall won't burn and burn down the castle. Anyway, I do not remember if there's something like that there. And the weather at that time, I don't not remember if it was sunny, but maybe gloomy. So the room, if it didn't have light, it was kind of like dark, but you can actually see it, because it wasn't like nighttime yet. And so there's this monks that went in there. There's many of them, so I'm not gonna say like how many number, because I don't remember, but it's between let's just say 7 to 12 or 13. Okay, because it seems like they went around the table, or they went around the entire room. Maybe they went around the entire room. Okay, And then what happened next was, I think the last few monks were walking this girl. I do not remember if she was wearing a robe or something, but when she went in there, inside the room, I saw her, and I remember now. She didn't have any she wasn't wearing anything. She was basically naked. But the problem with this thing, and what weird about it, was she's a figure of a female, obviously, and her skin was like so white. Like, I'm talking about like white, like bleach white, and she has like this, I'm not gonna say blonde, but I don't know, it's like orange yellowish type of hair. It's like a golden hair, and it was not very curly. Let's just say like her hair is like wavy, like waves, okay, but not too wavy, because it was kind of like straight, but there's some waves in them. And the point of this is that the person does not have any face. No face. Like, there's only like like a head shape, but there's no features in it, and that's what I saw. And then this lady was basically was understanding what this, I think there's a priest that was a monk, or one of the boss of the monks that went in there, and I don't know, I told the lady to basically lay down on the table. So the lady was entering the room, and then the guy next to her told her to lay down on the table. And what happened next was she went to the left side of the table while she was entering, and basically she climbed out to the table, because the table is kind of like, up high, because I guess back in the day people are like giants, and they require like huge table. So anyway, she got on the table. She basically laid down on there, and for some reason the monks was like in position, and I don't know, for some reason it feels like I was being called to come in there without them telling me, hey, come inside now, and I went inside. I stood in front of the table, like, I was facing the girl that was laying down. So basically I was like right there where her feet was, looking at her. And for some reason I went on top of the table, and I don't know, I started like having, I'm not gonna say having sex, let's just say I started making love to her. And I think I heard the monks started doing their ritual ceremony. This reminds me of the last episodes that I did with Raymundo, about those aliens, taking me to this, like, inside the forest in the whale, and doing some ritual ceremony. But I didn't hear them do what this monks does. They're kind of like singing something, but in a way that it was kind of like ceremonial. Anyway, while I was making love to this girl, or to this woman, like I said, I was like in front of her now, like, looking at her face, but there's nothing there. And I basically, I was putting my hands or running my hands on her shoulder, and all of a sudden, I can my hands like went through her shoulder, like it penetrated their skin, and I kind of like start like trying to feel like what it felt like, and it's like clay, but it's so slimy. It's like lotion. I don't know. It's just weird, man. And for some reason, I don't know. It's just one of those girls that when you see her, you kind of like, you said like you want her, or you need her in your life, or you like fall in love with her. It's just one of those things like, you're like so attractive to her, even though she does not even have a face. What if she does have a face and she have that kind of body, and it's like, whoa, It's like, whoa, like very sexy. All right. Let's not go farther into like the pornographic, okay? This is not a fornicating interview. Let's just get to business, all right? All right, come on. So, oh no, we're not going there. This is just part of the experience that I basically experienced. So I don't know. I was just saying, like, she's like a very beautiful, sexy, attractive, all of it kind of woman, and I don't know how long I was making love to her, but eventually I'm not gonna say the word. Let's just say I was done, because I don't know if the lady was done too. So when I was done, I slowly got off I slowly got out while I was looking at her, and it feels like the time was reversed, because I kind of like got up and got out of the table the same way that I got up the table in the first place, and then after that, I basically went backwards towards the window. Like I said, it feels like the time was reversed, and then after that, I saw that I think all the monks started leaving. So in some way, I think I impregnated this woman, and after that, I don't know. And I was on the window again, and all of a sudden I was flying through the clouds again, floating towards where I was before, inside my room, and then I was back to my body. But I remember this song from Enigma, the Mea Culpa. You can hear like there's a girl there being chased or something, or some female on the background of the song was like kind of like moaning in the background. So I do not know if that's the same voice that I heard from the lady that didn't have a face. But I don't know. I wish I would go back in time and see her, or maybe see her now, and ask her some questions. Maybe she can actually get inside my mind just like the rest of them, and actually speak to me. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Every experience is different. So I don't know. Like I said, it's just a wild, crazy experience, man. I don't know. It seems like this craziness is just been happening to me. You got aliens, you got demonic forces, you got some strange phenomena, lights in the sky, sound coming from under the ground or in the sky. You got UFOs, Nordic aliens type. You got all this, big head ETs. You got people surrounding your bed inside your room, taking you to the forest. You know what I mean? And then you got all these blue guns that the current Space Force are coming up. But on my channel, Oblivion 9 The Unaware, I found out about, I think we spoke about it, about this blue pulsing crystal guns. I found out that what happened to that boomerang ships, it's actually our Space Force is the one that basically killed them, and using this pulsating blue crystal guns that was used on that aliens. And I don't know, it's going to be on the next episode on that channel. But again, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, and also to subscribe to this channel with the late night interview with Raymundo De Mysterio. Beautiful episodes here and over there, and if that's what you guys are interested into, subscribe. This way you can get the latest episodes when it becomes available. But my time is always, I'm frequently busy, and I don't have time for to make videos that often like other people. Plus, I don't get paid for it to do that, and other people keep complaining like that I'm only there to get paid. Trust me, you can ask YouTube. I don't get paid for it, or even with Raymundo here, we don't get paid to publish any of this podcast. Anyway, I guess that's it for this episode. And if I have more information, or if I can get back to just experience, I will let you guys know by letting Raymundo get me back in the show, and so that we could continue this about this this lady without a face. Maybe we can do a part 2 if that ever happens. But I guess it was a one-time thing. That was when I was a young teenager, doing some crazy stuff with bad people. But yeah, I think I remember, because we did some crystal meth, and I haven't eaten for I think a few days or for a week. And the following day I had to because I had to work, and when you take too much of this stuff, you're kind of like dry. It doesn't want to make you drink or eat, but if you take just a little bit, I guess it's fine, because it makes you focus. But we're not here to talk about drugs or anything. Not on this channel, or not on mine. That's probably a different channel. But anyway, I'll get you back to Raymundo here. It was great, man. Thank you. Yeah, welcome back. That was the Insider again. What a fantastic show. Yeah, we're not doing pornographic information on this channel, and also we don't do drugs. So just like the Insider said, that was when he was a teenager. So no need to try what he experienced, alright? This is about the experience, and letting you guys know about what happened to him, because this channel is focused to him currently. But we will be taking other people's experience about any strange things that happened to their life very soon. For now, this is it. Thank you very much for listening, and please help support the channel by sharing and liking, and please leave comments because I read them. And also, thank you again for coming to the show. And thank you for subscribing. Please share it so that other people can listen to it. And again, thank you for listening to the late night interview with me, the Raymundo De Mysterio, and also for our insider. Thank you, and we will get back to you again for our new episode. Okay, all right. Be safe.